Hey, it's me, Art of Singularity, and welcome to my new video. In this video, I'll be drawing eyes. Yeah, that's about it. It's not really a tutorial because, well, I can't exactly explain. I'm not good at explaining my process, but I mean, you can see, so you can follow along if you want. Yeah, I think it's just usually hard to draw eyes, especially the second one after you've drawn the first one, which is why I tend to draw them together. Like if I draw the top line for the eye, I'm gonna draw the other, like the second eye's top line as well. That helps keep it consistent. It's way easier to keep track of everything when you're doing it simultaneously rather than one at a time. So yeah. I also decided to add like noses to them because I think that the nose helps center. It makes the eyes feel more like placed in space, I guess. It lets you get like a better perspective, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I used to really struggle with eyes, I think. I like the way that my eyes come out now, especially with pen. It gives it more detail and definition. And the pen makes like even the mistakes that I do, because obviously I'm not perfect, so I'm gonna make mistakes, but when I do make mistakes, just leaving in the mistakes there kind of makes it look more alive. So yeah, I think my eyes have been looking way better lately than they used to before, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, for me, drawing eyes is very quick, especially if there's no like face around them. So, like, there's no problem with me placing them on a face if there's no face. So, I'm kind of smart, but only kind of. I'm drawing a bunch of different like styles of eyes too. So, like I think the first one is like the way I draw most eyes. And, you know, I think I stuck more with, like for the eyelashes, I just did like single strokes. Sometimes I did double strokes. And I kept like the lines under the eye less dark to not make the eyes look like more tired. But I think adding lines under the eyes gives it a little bit more feeling. And of course, I'm not talking about the blush. I'm talking about like directly under the eye. I don't know. And as you can see from the first drawing, I've drawn, I don't even know what those are called, like the eye folds, like the eyelid, I guess that's the eyelid, like the folds of the eyelid. I think that's something I was missing for a long time, so my eyes never really came out looking that detailed. But when I started adding that fold, I think it makes the eyes look way, way better. And I think the second eye that I'm drawing, the second pair of eyes, I think those look way more, I think they look less cute, maybe? And that's because I added more detail. Like I added more lines under the eyes or maybe it is. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea what I'm saying. I'm adding mouths now because mouths are cool. It makes the drawing feel more detailed than it actually is. Especially in anime, like mouths don't really exist, right? Not really like the lips or anything, so you can just draw a single line or maybe two, and that's about it. Drawing squinting eyes now, right? The more closed the eyes are, the less serious the expression, like the less intense it is. So closed eyes usually implies like a tiredness or maybe hesitance, worry sometimes. It makes the expression more wary, I guess. But then when you add like the wrinkles, like if someone's mad, I think it still keeps that like less, like if I were to open the eyes up, like make them wide as possible, I think this anger, this like subtle or like, what is this, a pout? It'll make the pout turn in from more like less like a pout and more into like rage, I guess. Of course, I think the cheek lines on the mouths, I think that on the mouth, I think that makes it way less angry. It makes it more funny. But if I were to take away those lines, and then it would be more angry, I guess. These are big eyes, right? So the bigger you make the eyes, the more cute they are. And the less detail you put into the eyes, the more cute they are. So depending on your style, you can just decide what you want to do with them. Do you want more realistic eyes, or do you want more cute eyes? So for these eyes, I didn't really go too heavy on the details. And at the end, I think the last eye I draw, the last set of pair of eyes that I draw, I think those are like the most simplistic. So I think those would be easy. Like if I were to try and learn again, like if I forgot all my knowledge about eyes and stuff, if I were to try and start again drawing eyes, trying to learn how to draw eyes, I'd start with the last pair that I draw. Oh, and after I draw all these eyes on the page, I'm actually gonna show like a time lapse of me drawing digitally, which I think I put in the thumbnail, so yeah. I actually think that this mouth would look better if I just put like a single, I guess, what would it be, like a snaggletooth? A single fang? I think that would have made it way more cute. But I think it looks fine the way it is. Even though I did add some lines under the eyes, I think I just did that. That's kind of just what I do, usually. Just to add more detail. Yeah, but those eyes that I just drew, I think those were the most simple, like so far, besides the ones I drew at the end. But yeah, so right now, where I'm at in my journey of art, I think drawing eyes is way more simple. Like, I think that's probably the simplest thing I could do, draw eyes. Or just the facial expression without, like, the head or anything else. I think eyes are, like, the easiest for me now. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because it was kind of what I focused on. It was, like, the most important for me. Yeah. There's some music in the background. Same music from the past videos too, so. Okay. In these set of eyes, I think these are tired. I think I made them way more tired. And also, you know, if you don't want to draw the other eye, you can always just close it. Just close the other eye. It's kind of an interesting expression, and, well, one less eye to draw, so that makes me way more happy. I added an extra bag or extra line to indicate like real bags, like eye bags. So this one is really tired. I don't tend to shade the eyeball like right under the eyelashes. In my digital art, I shade there, but on paper, traditionally, I don't tend to shade there for some reason. Maybe, I think it just makes it look, it brings away clarity from the actual pupil, is that what it's called? Or maybe it doesn't, but I find that it looks better without the shading. There. All right, and that's about it for that eye. So I'm going on to the last set of eyes, which is just simple. I tried to do it simple. So it's just one line that curves down, and then the bottom line just, you know, curves back to meet the top one. So like if I were to try and simplify the eye way down to like its basics, I think it's just this. It's just kind of like just a leaning square or a diamond shape, but on its side. You know, you do the fold for the eyelid and then the eyebrows, and that's about it. Then I'm just gonna draw a nose just to anchor, I guess, the eyes, if that's a good word. Some eyelashes just to add some extra flair. And that's about it. So after this, it's just gonna be the time lapse of another pout. Yeah, but after this, I'm just gonna do the time lapse of the digital art, and then that's about it. That's about it. Easier to talk on this one though. I guess I'm getting more used to speaking. So that's good. That's great. Maybe I'm gonna make a new track, a new background music for like the next video. Probably. Like making the background music. And here comes the, oh, there we go. Abrupt cut, but sure. So yeah, I struggled a little bit when I was making the line art for it, but I think I caught myself. You know, fix up some of the eyelashes because they were going backward, like they were contrasting in direction. This is a really fast time lapse, but I guess that's what it's supposed to be, right? I like to add some color if I'm doing digital. Add some complementary colors just to make the eye look a little bit more interesting. And I don't actually know what to do with the shading here under the eyebrow because, well, I haven't really studied that part specifically. I've kind of just looked at what artists do and then I kind of replicate it, but I don't know. It's not really, like, I don't know. I don't have any fundamentals in that area, but yeah. So I think the finish, yeah, so this is the finished, like, eye, which I think it came out pretty well. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.